Good morning and welcome to WNBA Updates. I'm Alina. The Indiana Fever are gearing up for a key Eastern Conference clash this Saturday as they take on the Chicago Sky. The game tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, and fans can catch all the action live on KCCI/CBS as well as through WNBA League Pass. It's a matchup that carries weight for both sides, as each team is navigating roster challenges and fighting for playoff positioning. The Fever come into this one having battled through a stretch without their star guard Caitlin Clark, who remains sidelined due to a right groin injury. Clark has not played since July 15th, when she suffered the injury during a game against the Connecticut Sun. It's been confirmed that she will miss her 9th straight game, and the Fever have not announced a specific timeline for her return. The coaching staff and medical team have been adamant about prioritizing her long-term health over rushing her back into action. Head coach Christie Sides has emphasized that the decision will be based entirely on when Clark is fully ready, both physically and mentally, to compete at her highest level. In Clark's absence, Indiana has had to dig deep into its roster. The front office brought in guard Ari McDonald on a hardship contract, giving them an additional ball-handling option. Sophie Cunningham, who had been out with an injury earlier in the season, returned to the rotation and provided a needed scoring spark off the bench. Perhaps the biggest beneficiary of Clark's absence has been forward Aliyah Boston. The 2023 number 1 overall pick has stepped into a larger offensive role, posting career-best numbers of 15.5 points per game while shooting an efficient 54.4% from the field. Boston's presence in the paint has been a stabilizing force for the Fever, giving them a reliable double-double threat on a nightly basis. Alongside Boston, guard Kelsey has continued to be a steady scoring presence, often taking on the responsibility of initiating the offense when opposing defenses collapse on the post. Mitchell's ability to hit perimeter shots and create off the dribble has kept Indiana competitive in tight contests. The Fever's record without Clark hasn't been disastrous. They've managed to win 5 of their last 9 games. While the offense has sometimes struggled without her playmaking and long-range shooting, the team's defense and interior presence have kept them in the fight. Saturday's opponent, the Chicago Sky, comes into this game with challenges of their own. The Sky are without veteran guard Courtney Vandersloot for the season after she suffered a torn ACL. Without her, Chicago has leaned more heavily on players like Marina Mabrey and Dana Evans to run the offense. Rookie forward Angel Reese has been a bright spot, leading the team in rebounding and bringing relentless energy to the floor. This matchup offers an interesting contrast in styles. Indiana prefers to play through its front court with Boston as the focal point, while Chicago looks to push the pace and create scoring opportunities through hustle and offensive boards. Defensively, the Fever will need to be mindful of Chicago's second-chance opportunities. The Sky have been one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the league this year, largely due to Reese's efforts. Limiting those extra possessions could be the key to Indiana securing a win. On the other end of the floor, Indiana will look to exploit mismatches in the post. Without Vandersloot's floor leadership, Chicago's defense can sometimes be slow to rotate, giving Boston and backup forward Nalissa Smith room to operate inside. The Fever may also try to create open perimeter looks for Mitchell, Cunningham, and Lexi Hull, hoping to stretch Chicago's defense and open driving lanes. While Caitlin Clark's absence is a blow to the Fever's star power, her influence is still being felt across the league. Since entering the WNBA, Clark has been a major driver of ticket sales, television ratings, and merchandise revenue. She has brought new fans into the women's game and elevated the profile of the Indiana Fever to levels not seen in over a decade. Her popularity has also sparked larger conversations about player compensation and league growth. During this year's All-Star Game, Clark joined other players in wearing shirts advocating for improved pay and working conditions. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has acknowledged Clark's impact, noting that while she is an important figure, the league's long-term health depends on building a broad base of star talent and sustainable growth. For the Fever, the focus remains on the present challenge, competing without their franchise player. Boston's leadership, Mitchell's scoring, and contributions from role players like McDonald, Cunningham, and Smith will all be crucial if Indiana hopes to keep pace in the playoff race. The Chicago Sky will arrive in Indianapolis hungry for a win, and their young core is eager to prove they can compete against any opponent. The battle on the boards is likely to be intense, with Reese and Boston both ranking among the top rebounders in the league. Fans attending Saturday's game can expect a spirited atmosphere. Even without Clark on the floor, Gainbridge Fieldhouse has continued to draw strong crowds, a testament to the Fever's loyal fan base and the excitement surrounding this young roster. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with coverage on KCCI/CBS. Viewers can also follow along on the WNBA League Pass app for live streaming. Pre-game analysis will focus heavily on how Indiana plans to handle Chicago's rebounding attack and whether Mitchell can find her rhythm early from beyond the arc. If the Fever can control the tempo, limit turnovers, and win the battle inside, they have a strong chance to extend their recent run of competitive play. If Chicago can create extra possessions and force Indiana into difficult half-court sets, the Sky could walk away with a crucial road victory. The season is entering its critical stretch, and every game matters. For Indiana, each win without Clark is a testament to the team's depth and resilience. For Chicago, a road win could be the momentum boost they need heading into the final weeks of the regular season. Caitlin Clark's return remains one of the most anticipated moments of the WNBA season, but until that day comes, the Fever will continue to battle, building confidence and chemistry that could pay dividends come playoff time. Once again, the Indiana Fever take on the Chicago Sky this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse on KCCI/CBS. It's a must-watch matchup for fans of competitive basketball, and it could have significant playoff implications in the Eastern Conference. That's the latest from WNBA Updates. I'm Alina, and we'll be following this game closely with full post-game analysis, injury updates, and more. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and enjoy the game.